Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dollars. Welcome back to the Dollar Cast. And 50 Cent recently had an interview on Big Boy's Neighborhood. And in the video, he said a lot of interesting things that I want to talk about in this video. So they asked 50 about the whole Super Bowl halftime show and how it came about. How did they reach out to him to get him to do it? And he was saying at first, nobody reached out to him. And when he started asking about it, he was told that the NFL had issues with him. And he was like, what were these issues that the NFL had with me? And it's kind of weird. It's like, why would the NFL have an issue with 50 for no reason? But then he was speaking to Nori. I don't know if he did a Drink Champs or it was an interview or he was just speaking to Nori because they bumped into each other. And Nori told him, he asked his big homie, referring to Jay-Z, that, you know, what was the deal with the halftime show with 50? And he said the white boy wouldn't do it without 50. So in 50's eyes, he's like, wait a minute, Jay-Z must have a problem with me because it's like the NFL wasn't the ones that said they had an issue with me. It was Jay-Z. And Eminem basically said, look, if 50 is not performing with me, then I'm not going on there. So you're not going to say no to Eminem. Dr. Dre wants Eminem. If Eminem wants 50, it's going to happen, right? And another thing, 50 gives a lot of great interviews. He's one of the artists that I can watch all his interviews from beginning to end, and he's always dropping gems, bro. And it makes me proud as a fan because I grew up a big G Unit fan. 50 Cent was somebody that I looked up to as from a kid, bro. Like I was really a G Unit stan, bro. Like dead ass. Feel me? To this day, like 50 is my favorite rapper. Lloyd Banks is my favorite MC rapper. I've always loved Banks, but 50 was the general. So it's like I always had love for 50 and G Unit as a whole, right? So yeah, he always gives good interviews. You should check out the interview. But yeah, he basically told Nori that, so your big homie is the dude that wants to dress up like a gay painter.
Look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. Mm-hmm. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50, right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Referring to Basquiat because, you know, Jay-Z got the look with the dreads and the hair and Basquiat had the same type of look. So it's just funny that he told Nori that your big homie wants to dress up like a gay painter. Also, another one of Nori's big homies is P. Diddy, who's known for saying a lot of suspect shit.
Look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I
It's
miss
his
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes.
Right. So his big homie's Jay-Z and his big homie's Diddy. So it's just funny that 50 said that, man. And 50 and Jay-Z always had like a little rivalry back in the day, but it seemed like it was a mutual respect for each other. Like it wasn't like real serious street beef. It was a more of a competitive shit, right? And back then 50 would go hard on Jay. You know, he made a couple tracks. Not even the How to Rob shit, you know, like there's been little subliminals here and there. Jay-Z never really outright fed into it because that would have led into a whole nother thing, you know, and that probably would have propelled 50's music career by 5 more years if he would have had that back and forth with Jay. Because 50, he didn't care, bro. He would go at everybody and anybody. Even if you stood next to one of his enemies like the Lox or Jadakiss, he would go at you. You know, even if it wasn't a real beef. But I'm happy to see now that 50 has deaded a lot of those beefs. Like he's cool with Jada, Fat Joe now. Because those weren't real situations like the Murder Inc. shit, right? Another thing that came out of this interview that I thought was interesting was the fact that he mentioned he's working on an 8 Mile series with Eminem. Is going to be based about Eminem's life. Now I know, we've had the 8 Mile movie, so I don't know, why touch something that's a classic. And but it's dope because it's like 50, he doesn't miss when it comes to the TV shows. He's working on BMF. He still got Power with the other series going on. He's been working on a lot of new shows, and I love to see how 50 reinvented himself from a rapper, entrepreneur to now doing the movie shit, the TV shows and movies. And he's been killing it lately. So he wants to do the 8 Mile. He got Eminem's blessing. I want to see maybe if they're going to focus on Eminem's younger years as a kid, maybe have him as a kid, how he fell in love with music. And I think that's dope, that is dope for 50 to want to tell that side of Eminem's story. He also said he was working on a Snoop Dogg show called Murder Was the Case, but for some reason Stars didn't want to pick it up, so he may eventually work on it. And I'm interested in seeing if 50's going to start doing that, like just telling stories of a lot of famous rappers' lives, I want to see 50's story, bro. I know he gave us Get Rich or Die Trying, the movie. It was loosely based on his life, but I want them to do a show about 50. And I feel like Raising Kanan, I haven't finished it, by the way. I felt like Raising Kanan was basically 50's life, telling you his life as a kid. Some of it is based on his life, but I want a real story about G-Unit. They did BMF. I want a G-Unit story or movie, bro. You feel me? That would be awesome. NWA had their movie. G-Unit needs a movie or a series. I think a series would be better. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Are y'all interested in seeing this 8 Mile series from 50? And what do y'all feel about 50 dissing Jay-Z after all these years? Why y'all think Jay's mad at 50, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's petty, but why is he harboring all this shit to this day with 50? Anyway, it's your boy Dollars. I'm off this.